Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is selling a sweatshirt in her merch store for $58, plus whatever you'd care to contribute. People on Twitter are mad. Conservative commentator Ben Shapiro says only the rich can afford this idiotic sweatshirt, which is an odd comment coming from a person who sells Christmas ornaments on his website for $55. Christmas ornaments which you could probably have cut from stainless steel for about 60 cents each. So why is Ben complaining about high-priced merchandise when he's selling it himself? Now, I'm sure Ben would probably say that he is an unapologetic capitalist who wants to make money by selling high-priced kitsch with huge markups. But AOC is a socialist, so why is she selling such an expensive shirt? That's a good question. Why is AOC's sweatshirt so expensive? In part, obviously, it's because the shirt is meant to help raise money for her political campaign, and in part because the shirt comes from a company called Fee Marketing, which is committed to making their clothes in American factories with American unionized workers. In other words, they're paying American workers a fair wage to work in fair conditions, and as a result, their shirts are more expensive than they might be if they were manufactured by Vietnamese children in a sweatshop. Can Ben make the same claims about his merchandise? In a way, the Trump-critical Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has more of a claim to following Trump's America First policy than the nominally Trump-supporting Ben Shapiro. AOC is hiring American workers and paying them fairly to do the work she needs done. Instead of asking why AOC's sweatshirt is so expensive, we should ask why the cost of manufacturing a sweatshirt in the USA is so much more than what many Americans would be willing to pay. Is the economy really working that well if our nation cannot produce affordable sweatshirts inside our own borders? AOC wants to tax the rich because she believes in class warfare. In the past 50 years, while incomes for middle America have remained stagnant, the richest Americans have tripled their share of wealth, going from 7% to 22% of total wealth, according to an article published in the Brookings Institute. The economy is working very well for the very rich Americans, but not that well for everyone else. While the richest are getting richer and richer, the middle class have gone without a pay raise for 50 years. I don't agree with AOC that increasing taxes is the right thing to do. Both Sweden and the Netherlands have higher tax rates than the US and greater wealth inequality as measured by the Gini coefficient. Taxes aren't a good way to wage class warfare or reduce economic inequality. The rich have accountants, lawyers, lobbyists, loopholes. Maybe they'll borrow the company jet instead of buying their own, or get paid via a Panamanian shell company. Or they'll donate an expensive piece of artwork to a museum to dodge their taxes. Who knows, but the point is that the wealthy have always been able to handle high tax rates. I don't agree with what AOC's sweatshirt says, but at least I do agree with what she's done to produce that sweatshirt. That is, source her goods and services inside the country, hire American workers, and treat them well. That's putting America first, and I think that's laudable. Thanks for your time.